हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। सो गाइज, आज का टॉपिक होगा हाउ टू इंसर्ट मल्टीपल रिकॉर्ड इनटू द डेटाबेस। In the last video we learned about how we can insert a record into the table, but today we are going to learn how we can insert multiple record into the table. So द बेनिफिट इज, दोनों का जो बेनिफिट होगा ना वो ये होगा कि लास्ट टाइम हमने सिर्फ सिंगल रिकॉर्ड को इंसर्ट किया है, बट आज हम मल्टीपल रिकॉर्ड को एक साथ, अब suppose we need to insert 10 records. We have the 10 records and we need to store those information into our database, so we don't need to repeat the query again and again and again, right? So in just single query we can insert 10 or multiple records, right? So as you can see, हमारे पास अभी प्रोडक्ट्स नाम की ये टेबल है, ठीक है, और इसमें हमें अभी हमारे पास अभी सिर्फ एक सिंगल रिकॉर्ड है. लेट मी रिफ्रेश टू शो यू. ओके, सो हमारे पास अभी सिंगल रिकॉर्ड है. Now we need to insert multiple record over here. So again we will use the insert and then into, and the table name is products, and we have product ID column. जो जो इन्फॉर्मेशन हमें डालनी है उन कॉलम्स की नेम, लाइक प्रोडक्ट आईडी, हमारे पास प्रोडक्ट नेम है, description है, प्राइस वी हैव. हमारे पास 1 2 3 4 and 5 columns we have. Product name, products is the table name. Insert into table name, then column name, then values, then product ID is always incremental, so one already we have. I'm taking the next one, and product name, uh, all, and price we have, and category is again toy. Right, now this was the syntax for single record insertion into the table. If we need to insert multiple record, then use the comma and the brackets. And the same record we are going to insert. So again, ID we can immediately increment, and not the all plus it's the price is 100 and the toy. Okay. And so on. Like we can add more rows by just separating by the comma and then the bracket, and inside the brackets again we can insert the data. Right, and अगर मैं इसको हिट करता हूँ, so click on the go button. See, 0 are inserted. Query took this time 0.02 seconds. And if I again go to the product table to see, to validate if we have the records or not. So guys, select star from the product is the query to fetch all the records and to see. Okay, so product ID 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have inserted 3 new records into that table in just single query. So let me take you again through the syntax. Uh, okay. Insert. So insert explain that this is the statement that we are adding the data into the table. So insert जो आपका कीवर्ड है इसे MySQL रिकॉग्नाइज करता है कि यहाँ पे हम न्यू रिकॉर्ड को इंसर्ट कर रहे हैं, that we are trying to add the new entries into the table. Then the table name, because we can have multiple tables, so we need to specify that in which table we need to actually insert the data. So table name is for that. So insert into, then in which table we need to insert, and then their columns. We need to specify their columns name in which we need to insert the values, and then the values word. So it discuss how, like, the value are going to be inserted. After that, the actual value, the actual data जो हमें DB में मीन्स डेटाबेस में इंसर्ट करवाना है, सो वो डेटा हमें यहाँ पे ऐड करना है, एंड देन द कॉमा सेपरेटेड वी कैन enter the multiple rows information over here, right? So अभी जैसे हमने यहाँ पे 3 प्रोडक्ट्स, टॉय प्रोडक्ट्स की इंफॉर्मेशन यहाँ पे हमने ऐड की है, राइट, एंड यूजिंग द कॉमा सेपरेटेड. In the last, don't forget to use semicolons. Okay, so what is the benefit of using like the multiple rows insertion into single query is that it actually reduces the number of queries which we sent actually to the database. So एक एक रिकॉर्ड, एक एक रोज को हम अगर इंसर्ट करेंगे, बार बार क्वेरी को हिट करेंगे तो मल्टीपल टाइम्स डेटाबेस को हिट जाती है. So it's better, it actually saves our times, it actually reduces the number of the queries sent to the database. So in just single query, we can actually insert the multiple records. We don't have to hit again and again and again and again. So faster data insertion भी यहाँ पे होता है, right? So the tips to use the batch insertion is that you need to validate if we have entered the correct information or not, right? Like product ID we need to match. सो हमेशा जब भी आप क्वेरी चलाओ तो यू नीड टू टेक केयर प्रोडक्ट आईडी, जो जो आप कॉलम ले रहे हो उनके डेटा टाइप यू नीड टू मैच. These are the common mistake which everyone do. So you need to avoid this. Product ID, their data type, value is there or not, product name, value there is not, description, value there is not, price, category, right? If I suppose price यहाँ पे हमारे पास numeric value है, right? मैंने इसको डबल क्वोटेशन में स्ट्रिंग में डाला है. इफ आई क्लिक ऑन द गो बटन, सी duplicate entry 2. Okay, suppose I'm giving it a 5. Let's see what happens. Okay, maybe it has taken the record, so record has been considered. Product ID, product name, description, then price, and then category, values keyword. And again, suppose this time I'm not entering the product ID. Now entering the product name is contractor, and description, and price, and is again the door. So we have the 5 columns, but I am only entering the 4 values over here. The product name, the description, the price, and the category. And if I click on पहले मैं इसको कॉपी कर लेता हूँ. If I click on the go button, see, is column count does not match. So guys, this is the mistake commonly which everyone do. So you need to take care that you need to enter the value for all the columns which you have mentioned over here. Okay, so suppose I'm removing product ID from here, and if I click on the go button, So a new record has been inserted into the system, and if I go and check back, so see, tractor has been inserted with the default value, right? So product ID is in numeric, so default value has been inserted over there. So you need to count the column, a number of columns and number of values you are passing over here, right? So kabhi bhi aap, like if you are inserting a batch, means a number of n number of records, suppose you are inserting 10 record, 20 records, so you need to always test it with one or two records. Then you can actually see if you have any syntax error in your query or not. Then after then that you need to match the data type of the values you are inserting, right, and the proper order value, right. By order value means when I'm saying product ID first, then product name, then description. So in the same way, you need to mention their value as well, right? So first in the product ID, then in the product name. So in the same order, you need to mention the data value as well. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने प्रोडक्ट आईडी यहाँ पे पहले मेंशन कर रखा है एंड देन यू आर एंटरिंग द ट्रैक्टर प्रोडक्ट नेम before the product ID over here. So it will not be right. So it will consider the product ID to tractor. It will consider the product name to one. Okay. So आपको वैल्यूज का ऑर्डर यू नीड टू मैच विद द कॉलम ऑर्डर. आपको इनका डेटा टाइप मैच करना है. You need to match the number of the columns and the number of values as well. Number of value means into one record. This is considered as one row. This is one row, and these are the columns, right? So आपको इनको insertion order भी match करना है. Okay, so and suppose I'm taking it as 6. चलिए देखते हैं, अगर हम प्रोडक्ट आईडी को यहाँ पे इंसर्ट करवा रहे हैं एंड प्रोडक्ट नेम को अगर हम पहले लेते हैं, देन व्हाट विल हैपन. लेट मी चेक, कोई डुप्लीकेट आईडी तो नहीं. This is the last ID, so I'm inserting all 6 and category and the price, and if I click on the go button, okay, a new record has been inserted. Let's see. राइट. सो प्रोडक्ट आईडी जिस ऑर्डर में हमने लास्ट टाइम पास किया था, सो प्रोडक्ट नेम में हमने प्रोडक्ट नेम, प्रोडक्ट आईडी में प्रोडक्ट आईडी, डिस्क्रिप्शन में डिस्क्रिप्शन. सो इट डजेंट मैटर कि आपको जो टेबल का कॉलम ऑर्डर है आपको वही मेंटेन करना है, बट जो इंसर्ट की क्वेरीज में आपने कॉलम का ऑर्डर मेंशन किया है, वैल्यूज को भी आप उसी सेम ऑर्डर में ही मेंशन करोगे, राइट. सो दीज आर द कॉमन मिस्टेक्स which we do, which everyone do in the professional. I'm talking about the professional experience. So we need to take care of this, right? So guys, आज हमने सीखा like how to insert the multiple records into a table. So faster insertion होता है, right? Number of queries हमारी reduce हो जाती हैं, which we send to the database. All right. So आप भी अपने सिस्टम पे लोकल पे आप you can create your own database. You can practice the queries on your local, so that it will be easy for you to understand how it actually works. You can create your own data, right? And I hope ये वीडियो आपको हेल्पफुल रही होगी, एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग. अगर आपको पसंद आए तो प्लीज शेयर इट विद योर फ्रेंड्स हु आर एक्चुअली लर्निंग द SQL राइट नाउ. एंड थैंक यू so much, and please share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.